The World Electronic Sports Games now enters the crucial final stretch. The American qualifiers kick off on February 1st. And during 4 intense match days, the best teams of the region will battle for $233,000. And more importantly, the highly sought-after slots at the Grand Finals in China. The best of the best will play for the championship title from the 12th to the 18th of March in Haikou at the WESG Grand Finals and $3,920,000 prize pool. Cheer for your country and join WESG.
Welcome back to WSG America Female. We are here with our semi-final. Josh is not feeling too good. I'm back by obviously popular demand and not just the fact that Harry is currently on his computer at the moment. But either way, we've had a bit of an upset in map 1, and the other upset is the fact that I was actually correct, and Inferno is map number 2, and also that they won the first map 2.
Yeah, of course, I knew that all the time.
Basically, I'm just the ultimate analyst.
And third map is gonna be Mirage.
You're not even sure about that, are you?
No, I checked it. I don't know.
Me doubt
I
myself.
can't remember anything. Yeah, this is Mirage, so at least I'm.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's okay. I have actually. This is the first match I've casted today, so I'm actually fairly energized. I'm surprised, really. Well, first and last, I suppose. But either way, we are into our pistol round. It is map number 2. American Eagles looking to try and get that clean sweep, and CLG Red hoping that they can at least bounce back. 2 kits actually going into this pistol round, which is a little bit peculiar. Hello, Emelite. Straight in there. Jennifer, goodbye. You've lasted 15 seconds in this round. Okay, what? Ray maybe expecting a push, and that's 2 players down. A little bit of over-aggression from the American Eagles, leaving only Artstar. Does have a kit and may just be able to be a bit sneaky here. Will they check the back of the site? They may not expect a third player to be in the corner. Artstar now starts shooting off some bullets, finds one, looking for the second. Emmy hoping for a third kill, dancing around. Artstar survives way longer than expected. And now it is onto that 2 versus 2. I'm not sure how she managed to turn things back so effectively. Peekin coming in from Emelite, another kill for her already. Promise turns it into a 1 versus 1 and does a decent amount of damage as well. But there's still a minute left. Neither player needing to rush. Bomb, I think it's just been faked out. Just an attempt to try and drag Emelite back into the action. And actually, is Promise going to try and play some mind games here? Looking to try and run away. Peekin and wins the battle as well. 3 kills for Promise. Back in to this one with a decent start. And CLG, I think that's their first pistol win.
Yeah. It actually is. And it almost was American Eagles win with Artstar in the corner. I don't even know how they got the, or how she was able to get the second frag there. Emmy for huge whiff, but still got those 2 kills beforehand, and Promise finished it off. It's of course a huge confidence boost for them. Just alone taking this 1 round following up to it, unless they somehow throw that away, which I don't hope for. Nice flash. Gonna get some info, but no kills. Not gonna take the control though, instantly falling back. And I see G-Rat playing it fairly slow right now.
CT side trying to keep themselves as a little bit more elusive. Like, you sit back towards the site, and the lower that time, the lower the clock goes, CLG Red are going to have to take a little bit of a gamble, and the hope is that these boosted positions can actually give them a fair advantage. On the other side of the map, we still have the Scout and the Kevlar alongside the P250. Looks like Potter's actually saved a little bit of extra cash to go into, maybe with an AWP. I don't know if she's quite saved enough for that, especially considering the smoke's been brought up. 50 seconds left on the clock. Obviously still a massive advantage here for the T-sides. They will go pushing in. Another tag hit, just softening up these players. And actually, there's 3 players now low over on this T-side, and that should be known by the American Eagles. What can Ray do? How many players can she take down? None. Promise with a quick even reaction to take her head clean off. And now the question for American Eagles is, do we really want to push this one? Should we just keep our pistols into the next round? As said, there's 3 tagged players, a chance to do a lot of damage. The problem is pushing into a 5 versus 3 retake. Not easy by any stretch of the imagination.
Alright, but Emmy is just giving Milk a gun here. But promised 9k. Luckily finds the refrag, so he actually can't take this into the next round. What? Oh hey, how are you doing? Oh wait, you're not my teammate anymore.
Oh, hello. That's a couple of kills at least for Artstar. Still making things costly in this round for the T's, not allowing them to keep 4 players alive. And, well, the round at least will go their way. Artstar just about survives on 4 HP as well, so she'll have a little something to go into the next round with not anything too crazy. Actually, I wonder if she'd want to just go with a pistol here, because she will have enough to buy an AWP into that next round. I am thinking... Nope, never mind. That's gone.
Will they go for the nades though? 3 nades already.
She doesn't have a pistol.
Yeah, she dropped the 5.7.
Okay, there's P250 on the floor.
I
was wondering if she would just save the extra money. I suppose if she gets 1 kill here, she has enough to buy an AWP and Kevlar into the next round, and there are plenty of candidates to actually buy that up. Nades almost take down Jennifer. I wonder if it would be worth switching up the weapons, give that MAC-10 or the Scout over to Jennifer and just give that AK into safer hands. Exactly what will happen in the end. Smart decision from CLG Red. Still gathering up over towards that banana. Once again, there's 3 players on this site. They want to make things as costly as possible. That's something American Eagles thus far in this series have been excellent at.
Push is coming in, Jennifer up front. She still finds a frag with 4 HP, and Artstar finds the refrag and the second one. I don't even know how. But in the end, they're able to take over the bomb side. Lost 2 players, so American Eagles, if they deal a little bit more damage, take another gun away, and win the next round, they're right back in this game.
Yeah, Emmy's pretty low. That could be an AK-47 dropped. Although the Scout 1 hit will be enough. Actually, a dink hit as well. Somehow just holding them into the site at least for a little bit longer. But it will be promised to close things. 3-0, 3 players surviving. Not the worst, but considering what the buy was, it really isn't that great. And Artstar did get a kill with the P250, but decides against it anyway. So the AWP will not be shown as of yet for American Eagles. It could be brought in for Die if she really wanted to, but they may just look to play a little bit more of a bonus round. In fact, she's actually going to purchase up an AK anyway and play things fairly safe. So it looks like all of the extra weaponry will be dropped. It does mean that this still has been quite costly for CLG Red, as they now come into this with all AKs on every single player. I'm looking at the push coming out from the CTs. 3 players over towards Banana. I'm expecting that they're going to try and take some early Banana control. Otherwise, there's a little bit of early in aggression. But actually, it's a counter coming out from the Ts. They've run straight through the smoke over towards Art's side. It will be Emily to actually drop the bomb. Repeaks and takes a second. However, it does give bomb control back towards the T side, and Emmy's just going to go running towards the site. Ray has spotted. She's heard all of the footsteps, but doesn't win the battle. Somehow, Emmy gets away with that one. Benita is going to be bringing the bomb onto the site. There's a gap in the smoke that gives Potter a little bit of an angle. And in fact, she's going to go sneaking through, knowing there's nobody on the other side. Benita hasn't left the site, so that's information gathered. But Benita peeks. The timing just isn't there for Potter. And now Artstar and Milk are going to have to try and do this alone. Emmy, low on HP, will fall. A lot of it will be on Artstar, and nothing will be done. CLG Red, it seemed like the timing gods were on their side for that one. The initial play didn't work out for American Eagles, and also just the timing of that peak. But they win the round. That's the most important thing. 4-0 up. And we are looking more towards what the CTs are going to do. Looking like another nade stack.
I guess this time CLG Red is going to play it a bit slower though, because they did it before and almost lost the player. Would like to see if American Eagles are just going to slow down a little as well and just wait with the nades until they actually throw them in. As we still see the T-spawn and the nades actually take down Jennifer. And I don't have a clue what's actually happening. There we go. It's getting expensive.
Yeah, this is a very successful round so far. In fact, it was not safe to show. That's how vulgar that round was with the P250s. Either way, AK picked up. Emily almost goes down.
Now they know both are there. They should know, because she fired a shot while Emily was retreating. How did they not figure out? I didn't really think Emily turned around. Okay. Thought they realized they were both there.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah,
better safe than sorry.
That's true.
If you're not 100% sure, then the better call to make is normally, okay, I think. And then you do still have to check all the angles just in case. And either way, they are going to be getting that bomb down. Emily falls to the hands of Dai. And Ray may just try and pick up that AK-47 and save it. It's not going to be a hugely important save, as they do still have the max loss bonus built up for them, but it's an extra AK-47, better than the M4s, and also just saves a little bit of extra cash that they can bring into the next round anyway. And realistically, considering what was invested, that was a relatively successful round from American Eagles. They did a lot of damage. Not anything too drastic for CLG Red. They've still won the last 5 rounds in a row, but it keeps them honest, and that's going to be very important for this CT side, because when they win a round, they want to make sure they streak them together.
I'm really surprised, though, that CLG Red fell for the same trap yet again. We didn't actually see it, but we saw the kill feed, and there was another nade kill, and
you don't want to watch the same thing twice, Josh.
Yeah, exactly. It gets boring. But anyway, CLG Red fell into the trap yet again, lost a lot of players, and they're still not out of this yet. As soon as American Eagles gets this one round, they're back in this game.
Yeah, they've got to get it first, though. Once again, 3 players over towards that banana spot. Didn't work last time. That's a nice peek from Emily. Through the Molotov. Almost goes down. Tagged very low, but now she's going to reposition. I like it. Smart stuff. Make that AWP a little bit more dynamic. Keep the surprise factor in play. Emmy is going to be pushing into the apartments. There's a boosted player as well over towards that short spot. Potter's still going to be waiting, and on the other side of the map, Emmy tries to make a solo play, but in fact will fall. Only 3 players remain for the T side. All of them over on this banana spot, and just really hoping that this smoke will get out of their way. Potter left with only a flashbang, and actually they're just going to throw down another smoke. That's got to be so frustrating for the T's. They've been waiting. They even start throwing in some of their utility. They're going to risk going through it, and Potter will just sit on the other side, but still only manages 1. Nice position from Milk. Will be able to just burn down the timer, and Dai will do as her name suggests. Falls in the hands of Milk, and I like that setup. Not a huge fan of the running through the smoke, though.
Yeah, not a huge fan either. And one player even got spotted because she was just at the edge of the smoke, and a bit too easy for American Eagles, but that's exactly the round I was talking about. They get this round and it could be back in the game. CLG Red, despite losing a lot of players in the previous round, still able to buy up because it's the T side. It's easier to actually save up some money. 1 up, 3 AKs in the Galil, and the utility is actually not too bad either. 2 players boosting into Absent. Artstar might be able to catch out a player.
I am liking that American Eagles seem to have a few things that I just don't see. That is a nice headshot angle, but unfortunately they both go down. Jennifer, she doesn't like gimmicks. She's not a fan. Oh, Emily needed to hit that shot. That's the difference. I think now American Eagles have to save what they have, and unless they somehow had caught the bomb through that smoke, they just don't have a choice. They're completely isolated from this site. The bomb's going down. It's a 5 versus 3. Unless they find something very quickly indeed, and they don't. So exactly what they should be doing. Just going to save their weaponry, but actually Potter goes pushing into mid and dropping 3 for 2. A lot easier than dropping 2 for 3. So American Eagles, they are meeting their maker so far on this map, and Inferno definitely looking a much, much stronger for CLG Red. And I do think that this map is going to be much more difficult, because this is all about rotations. This is normally about structure, well-practiced teams. Like, not necessarily always the best fraggers win this map. This is the map where it comes a lot down to tactics. You look at a team like Big in the previous major.
Yeah.
A team very close to your heart, but they are a team based around just tactics and maybe a little bit of, you know,
Tabson.
I was going to say jump bugs, but let's move.
Yeah.
Tabson too. Tabson's a beast. But they aren't the team known for the heaviest fraggers, and they were still able to show that Inferno is definitely a map where tactics is hugely important. That's the point I'm making.
That's true.
But also jump bugs are pretty important too.
I'm surprised. American Eagles has a really good buy after getting, like, reset, kinda. Gonna get reset for sure if they lose another round, but how?
We should call her Burn Eater. Milk Going to be pushing all the way down. Banana, again, they're running through the smoke, and the flashbang was way behind. I know what they were trying to do there. You even see Promise try and turn around and run back, but that flash went off about 5 seconds after she went through. A little bit of miscommunication from CLG Red. Now that is once again going to be Banana control in the hands of the CT side. Are they going to go for the... Yeah, I think they're going to go for the A gamble. Actually, they're switching things up. Looks like they're sending the orb. Normally, in this sort of situation, when you have complete control, you do throw things over. But I suppose they don't really have that much need to go for a 4-player stack towards the A site when they already have a pretty big advantage. Smoke going to fall once again. Now they may do it just because they can set Elite up in position. That's exactly what's going on. Now the rotation from Milk will come back in. I actually quite like that. A little bit more of a structured gamble. Potter is left completely blind. This time the flash is perfect, and now they are going to go barreling towards that ace. However, Milk is a little bit late to the party. She's missed the cross. Luckily, Artstar's hitting heads. Dai is going to be there to turn the tide once again. Ray with another, but Dai is doing work and hits the third as well. No idea how, and it will be the Orpa versus Orpa matchup. Dai with 3, Elite has the higher HP and an incendiary and a kit. Question is, will Dai expect her to come from the flank? She does have her back to her opponent at the moment, but with clearing all of the angles, she should soon realize, unfortunately, she hasn't quite turned around, and there's been no sound made by Elite. It's just going to be right in the back. And in the end, a fairly easy clutch for Elite, but one that really shouldn't have been necessary.
Yeah.
A 5v3 Dai makes things interesting and costly, more important.
I hit a lot of shots under pressure there, but still kind of felt like CLG Red, for an actual team, they're looking worse than the American Eagles when it comes to that in the last round, because the mistimed flash, and that was a horrible example already. And also, well, that's something we saw on Cash already as well. Not something you should actually fail on. So let's see. It's a technical pause here. How CLG Red actually is gonna answer. I see they're buying down. I see some of the players not having that much money, but
I think every single. I think only Promise was the one that I just saw with a bit of lower cash, but that may have been because she already bought. The rest of the team are absolutely fine to buy. So this is a huge chance for CLG Red to reset their opponents, and then that's going to be the real trouble for our American Eagles. So we'll see whether or not they can do that. We do have a tech pause, maybe a TeamSpeak issue, which, as many of you will know, I don't believe exists. I think that's normally when somebody either has a pizza delivered or needs the toilet. That is TeamSpeak issues, because I don't use TeamSpeak anymore, I'll be honest. I'm a Discord man. But I don't think I've ever had as many technical issues as it seems to happen with Teams. Like, I've seen millions of TeamSpeak issues. At least people like Sergey are a little bit more honest, which is like, yeah, I've got to go to bed. That was his excuse. Guys, come on, hurry up. This buy is straight out of the Vega Squadron strat book. The Mac 10 on every single player except Benita.
If that works.
If that works, well, there's 4 players without head armor. It's going to be straight up Banana. Potter has the shredder, but will be shredded, and Milk is going to be overwhelmed. You didn't want it to work, Josh. I could tell by the sound of your voice, but by the looks of things, it has worked perfectly. Bomb goes down. Emmy didn't even buy head armor with her Mac 10. That's how confident she was in the spray and pray. And this retake is not going to be easy. They've got to get into these close angles. Oh, Milk may not be happy with the decisions of her team. Artstar is going to be looking to try and find a way back into this round. Doesn't check the angle. The Mac 10 of Emmy will find another and leaves it all onto the remaining 2. Finally, they get 1, and Ray finds another, but a round that never should have been. And CLG Red, well, that's reset. That is a reset onto their opponents.
Really gotta care here, because they're getting salty, and the milk doesn't really mix well with salt. I never tried it though, but I don't think it's gonna taste good.
I don't know, it depends. What about a salted caramel milkshake?
Okay, yeah, that's an argument.
There you go. As a milkshake connoisseur, you have been wrecked. There's not many things I know a lot about, Josh, but milkshakes are one of them.
Oh well, the Vega Squadron strat worked somehow.
Ruski, yes?
If CLG Red takes this round, they are so close. to just dominate them on this map.
And Emmy seems to be the one leading the way. Oh, I just say that. I give her a compliment.
I mean, she was leading the way, right? She died.
Yeah, and then decides to run in with a 9. But either way, 3v3. Weapon could be picked up by a Ray, or a slight improvement on the weaponry. The problem is, this has been an all-or-nothing gamble. They put all of their chips in. They put them on red. And unfortunately, it seems like it's going to come up B for black. See, I'm just a genius with these puns. Or metaphors, as you could say. Although Potter, she moved one of the chips over right at the end. There's a very small chance. She's got to try and do it all. And unfortunately, Benita decapitates her. There's going to be the remaining 2 players. Again, it's sort of a question of fight or flee. Do they just hold on to the remaining weaponry? Chances are they'll just have to find something very quick. Otherwise, they are just going to have to back out this round. Milk doesn't like that idea. She's running straight in. Hoping she can find herself a quick kill. Almost gets rid of Die, but the FAMAS really isn't ideal. And now she's sort of stuck in no man's land. It's a horrible position, and Benita will pick up her 2nd kill. A complete reset now for American Eagles. And Inferno is not looking anything like cash.
Yeah, definitely isn't. Actually was American Eagles map pick, but right now CLG Red are performing like I expected them to perform on cash, where they just overwhelmed them. But with American Eagles head start back then, they were able to surprise them. In this case, CLG Red just turns it around. It seems like both of those teams relying on the momentum. American Eagles going for a B stack with Ray being the only one on A, just warning them if they go there. Is this gonna work out? Benita going first. Okay, not as planned. Not quite as planned.
Yeah, I think our star was playing anti-flash there.
Yep.
Either that or she just didn't get the memo that you had to face the other way. Oh, they come from that direction. Ah. Close. Emmy's actually just sticking with the Mac 10. She's had enough. Like, why not? 15 and 8.
She's doing good again, yeah.
Top of the board. And CLG Red at the moment look like they may still have Potter on their side. She's 2 and 11. Definitely not having a decent performance on this map. 9 and 2. T side for CLG Red. Very convincing indeed, and doesn't look like they're stopping. No head armor on any of the players, so that Mac 10 is going to be just as deadly. And in fact, Emily doesn't have any armor at all, so that Mac 10 may be able to aim punch her to the sky. I like that they brought the boost back in, although it has already been utilized, and that spot is very much wall bangable, so they have to be very careful the spray doesn't go through. Looking like we may even see a waterfall out of the apps, and there's actually nobody towards the A side. Artstar has turned back around, and there's been a little bit of a calamity in the flashbang. Works perfectly. Emmy does damage to both players, with Promise helping her finish. And, well, again, it's just looking like a save has to be called. And the worrying thing is, well, I was going to say Emmy could just go on the hunt. She doesn't actually have the Mac anymore, and she's upgraded to an M4, but this is the only choice for American Eagles. Try and hold on to your guns, but realistically, CLG Red should have so much money at this point that maybe just go hunting. Make those American Eagles a little bit more of an endangered species.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, they're going
I'm
for
pretty sure it's illegal to hunt eagles, right?
It should be.
I would be very surprised if, like, pretty much the symbol of America is legal to hunt.
I'm not sure about that. I'm also not American.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying.
I just wanted to make sure.
There should be a buy here, though. Actually, have they dropped the gun for it? Yeah. Okay, they plan to save. Milk could have actually just dropped the rifle. I'm a little bit unsure as to why they didn't force this round. It seemed like they could have either got a UMP and some extra utility, or Milk could have actually just dropped the rifle instead of buying a kit. And Elite going for this peak once again, but this time Promise is aware of the potential aggression. We are just looking is there a way back into this game, or this map at least, for American Eagles? Of course, they did take the first. Did you check? Is Mirage the third?
Yep.
You're confident this time, Josh?
Yep.
Okay.
100%.
So I don't want to ask you a question and then get I do feel like that will work a bit better for American Eagles. A bit more like Cash, a more puggy style, aggressive map. And they do definitely have individual talent to do that. Inferno, the structure on the CT side just doesn't seem to be there. They've fallen right back into passive positions, and this gives so much map control ready for CLG Red. Smoke's going to be raining in Molotovs to clear out all the angles, and this is just a full-on execute. Look at Milk just burning alive. She's stuck between two Molotovs, and Die will burn her down. Absolutely nothing that can be done from American Eagles. That is an excellent execute from CLG Red.
Yeah, that was pretty dirty, but CLG Red also was able to get all the map control. Oh, that shot.
Excuse me?
I was almost saying ship. But
Ooh, family show.
yeah, but I was just thinking of what the boat I'm obviously gonna buy.
Oh yeah. All that caster dosh is coming in. All that unicorn gold, or is it unigold? Unicoin.
Unicorn.
Unicoin. That's a much better pun. Of course. How did I not think of that?
See.
11 and 2. CLG Red dominant. On the T side, money is good. Not only for Josh, but also for CLG Red in the game. And we've got
Having
a
another
pause.
TeamSpeak issue.
Or is it tactical? If it is, it's a bit late.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm always interested by the fact that Elite never seems to be able to afford Kevlar with her AWP.
That's actually a good point.
Like,
Wait, couldn't Milk could have dropped her an AWP?
does Potter really have 3,500? I feel like that.
Wait, no, that must be.
Nope, she does.
What? Wait, how much did she invest into this round? She saved up a gun, right? She must have.
Maybe, but even then, she still could have dropped an AWP.
Yeah,
she
exactly.
must have bought some utility, so.
She was like, well, you're the main AWP in this lineup, to buy it yourself.
I like the idea that it's just that level of sass.
No, that's a bit weird. But
At
right
this
now,
point, I wouldn't have even been against them buying two, because
Yeah, that's
everything's
true.
not working. So why not try and throw in a little bit of cheese? Go for a bit of a gamble. I think we saw, who was it yesterday? Was it Swole Patrol or was it Subtle? I think it was Subtle, just buying triple orbs like really early in their in their CT side of train, just because we're up against SK. Let's do something silly. And to be fair, it did work. Although I'm pretty sure the AWP only got 1 kill. But let's move away from that. That was actually the riflers that did most of the damage. But it's still like I'm never again. If things aren't working, do something cheesy. Do something a little bit silly, because you might as well try and like break around, get your confidence up, because a lot of the things that we're seeing are very, very similar. Like, it's normally this 3-player aggression over towards the B side. Smoke's going to be thrown, but the second they sort of see this, it seems like the T's just go running straight towards the A side. It's like they already know what's going on. They've done this same play so many times. Artstar is going to miss most of the players on the cross, already wrapping round towards this A side and completely overwhelmed with Ray Ray. Elite is going to have to do something crazy and falls as well. And that is the same execute I think we've seen 3 or 4 times now. Just the smoke onto the short side, arch side taken, they wrap around and then they take the A side. And it's always whenever we see that gamble play, it's like they know that they're going to do it. However, Potter, Artstar have managed to find 2. Maybe this time they'll make that retake work. The problem is Milk is Molotoved out. Nobody wants hot Milk. Well, actually, never mind. Let's ignore that. Artstar is going to be there as well, but Milk, well, nobody wants bloody Milk, that's for sure. Die is going to close the round. 12 and 2, CLG Red are on fire at the moment. And not the same as Artstar was.
I'm really surprised that it didn't end up on Reddit. But anyways, you can see CLG Red. Right now, they're a completely different team compared to Cash, and American Eagles themselves as well, because they're just running over them. American Eagles had a lot of opportunities where they can at least trade some frags, but they just weren't hitting their shots. Because CLG Red who whiffed a lot of shots on cash, are back in business, and really gonna be interesting who's gonna take it on Mirage. I would say CLG Red, of course, they're the favorite, and right now they're feeling it as well. But American Eagle's cash performance was pretty surprising as well.
We're still on Inferno, Josh. The comeback's going to happen.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You've spoken too soon. You've jinxed them. If they lose now, it's Josh's fault. I just want everybody to know that. Artstar already going to be picking up a second in this round. Jennifer will be there to at least turn it back into a 4 versus 3. And another for Benita as Milk is left completely blind. Artstar again has some work to do, and Promise now just beheading her. Somehow this has turned back, but Potter may not be done. Finally, can we see the awakening of the ex-CLG Red player? Actually switches over to an AWP. It means it's a double AWP retake. Definitely not the ideal weaponry for trying to get back into this site. An interesting choice, and does... Well, it's actually Elite with no armor who switches... not sure I agree with that, but anyway, let's carry on. We are going to have push back in. Molotov doing quite a bit of damage, and Elite does find the kill. Maybe there's a chance here. They've got to get rid of Jennifer from the corner. She finds the first, doesn't manage the second, and Potter has a kit, so it will at least be a third round for American Eagles. It works in the end, but is it too little too late, Josh?
Well, if you pick up the pistol, it seems like both of those teams really rely on the momentum and confidence out of that, and who knows?
How many bombs has Die planted?
Yeah, I was thinking at myself earlier already, because she was in the top of the board when she had like 5.
Playing the game mode.
And then me like 10.
Playing the game mode. That's what you gotta do. Bomb has gone off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So, although she can't have planted it all 5 times, as she only has 4 MVPs. But moving on. 12 and 3. Decent, much better performance from CLG Red.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But we haven't really seen much from American Eagles, I'll be honest. It seems like a lot of the time their gambles haven't paid off, and they've been very, very similar. We haven't seen the sort of classic Inferno CT gamble, which is setting up that one player over towards the B. So we saw it once, but it took so long because they ended up rotating the AWP all the way from A and then rotating another player back, rather than just going for the initial gamble, that they actually ended up getting caught off guard by the push onto A. So a little bit disappointed there. But we are now going into our pistol round. Jennifer actually going to apply an HE instead of a smoke with the kit, which I suppose could do a little bit of damage, but I'm not expecting a huge amount. And she is actually going to be the lone player over towards that B side of the map, and they have read this absolutely perfectly. The gamble is going to be all the players pushing into that spot. Benita around the corner. The crossfire should be absolutely killer. And actually, they're going to miss the first shot, but it doesn't matter about the first. The next few going the way of Benita. Further aggression as the spot does come out from that Apps position. Trades back once again. Potter has to hit some heads, and she does manage her first. Her teammate a little bit further away, and they're going to go hunting. They really want to get rid of Emmy in this situation, and they will. Now, the rush back towards B. This could work out for American Eagles. Jennifer was there alone over towards that B site. She's rotated all the way off. And now has to try and retake this. Has an HE. Now, I was questioning the HE, but when you look at the remaining 2 players, that could actually be enough to maybe remove one of them. It would have to be a nigh-on perfect dunk, because they do have Kevlar. But considering where... Please, throw it into dark. Oh, no, she's not going to. That was the perfect opportunity. Now has to just try and find both kills with the USP. The flashbang comes out, and Potter with a quad kill. I think she may have... can we check the scoreboard quickly? Has she just matched her kills from... Oh, no, 1 less.
Yeah, 1 less. That's
1 less than her kills from the first half. Really
impressive.
Shows a big step up from her already. And we'll see if that can be enough to rally a comeback from American Eagles. Of course, it's a very long way to go, but CLG Red almost managed it in the first map. Maybe they can do the same. And I don't know about you, but we're seeing a lot of MP7s. It's not really a popular weapon in sort of the general Counter-Strike scene, but this is more MP7s than I've seen in quite a long time.
That's true. I saw a lot of 5.7s as well. The MP7, of course, still has the longer range, but it's also more expensive than, for example, UMP or Mac-10. Losing out on a flash and an HE or smoke. CLG Red actually going for almost fully, having this 1 flash in Benita, and she's gonna use that from CT to flash them in. That's what I guess. Still waiting. Now the flash is coming. It's not too bad. Gonna get a second.
Stack doing a bit of damage. Both rifles will be kept at least. This is interesting from CLG. It's not not too often that you do see these sort of full saves into the second round, but it does. I can see why. Like for starters, you get an amazing buy going into that first buy round. Like you'll have every single player with full utility, which on a map like Inferno is so crucial. Also, you can get the AWPs, which Dai is almost definitely saving for, plus armor and utility as well. And also, well, they've got so many rounds to play with, that why not? Like, make sure your buy is going to be the best, and actually 2 quick nade kills coming. They're still doing damage, even as if they had sort of force sport. The only thing that you do say is maybe they could have won these rounds if they had armor behind them. Artstar actually seems to be a little bit confused as where she's being shot from at the moment, but she will manage to find the kill anyway. Now, can Emmy take one more? That would be the icing on the cake. They've already done damage. They've already got their buy coming. Can she get one more kill?
She hears them going towards Banana. Oh, she fired the shot, but they didn't hear it. But she still whiffed the shot to kill Potter, her ex-teammate. Seems like still friend enough to actually not kill her. But yeah, CLG Red got those 2 kills. It was really important by Milk to actually get the 2 kills before she died and get taken down by the HE grenades. Because if she wouldn't have taken 2 down there, and you pick up this MP7, fight back, and just push those players down with 5 players, who knows? If they could have taken the round, seems like we have another TeamSpeak issue.
Again, a lot of pizzas delivered.
CLG Red, like, just imagine CLG Red is like, oh damn, I thought we were gonna take this in 2 maps.
They just sat there like, how many did we order? Because don't they have do they have a team house as well?
No, I think that not anymore. I think they had one before with when
well, there was just like the CLG mansion where
yeah, that's true.
Because that would be very funny. It was just like what else have we ordered? I thought we only ordered like 1 set. It's like, oh well, they didn't have my pineapple pizza because obviously that's an atrocity. So we had to order that from somewhere else, and then someone else got one with like extra special stuff on it that you can only order specifically from one place. And then someone else didn't want pizza, so they've ordered KFC.
No.
Or, of course, other chicken brands are available for it because we're not sponsored by KFC. If KFC do want to sponsor me, I'll take it. I will.
Same.
Love me some chicken. But, yeah, obviously, I'm hoping that their technical problem will be sorted out. It's more likely it's something like headphones or, I don't know, maybe the chair's not quite in the right place. I don't know. I'm not a professional player. My setup is atrocious. I mean, I'm just bad at this game. But if you can't play, you commentate. That's pretty much that's how it works. Because I know for a fact that you are also terrible.
Yeah, that might be true.
Might be true. Might be
maybe.
True. But yeah, no, definitely a much better showing so far from CLG Red. Now the CT side, this is where you do see less experienced teams on a map like Inferno really fall apart. Because it is such an important map when it comes to rotations, utility usage. I would say on any map, this is probably the most important for utility usage. For the CT side. The Ts, a lot of the time, you are just trying to brute force your way through angles. And we have seen some wonderful setups, though, from CLG Red. So I'm expecting good things here. And the fact that they have saved to make sure that they have an incendiary and a smoke on every single player, that's a good sign if you are a CLG Red fan. However, buying the right stuff and using it, 2 very different things. So we'll see if they can do exactly what I'm hoping they will. And already that Molotov is going to force a smoke out of Ray Ray. Some of the extra utility that the Ts have will be gone, but Milk going to start things off with a bang. Takes down Dai. The trades are very quick and almost catches Jennifer with a nade in hand, but the flash will enable her to fall back. So the player advantage will go the way of CLG Red. However, 2 are very low indeed, sharing the number 19.
Couple of goals.
Interestingly, that's also the number they ordered from the Chinese takeaway place. That's why they've had all those technical pauses. They've had a number 19 and whatever an 88 is. Either way, here we go. T side. Setting up their smokes. 2 players deep in the site. 1 only on 19 HP, as already mentioned. The other is Promise, boosted up on the box. Nobody in pit, so these nades are actually going to be clearing out anything. Promise isn't going to be checked properly. Manages one. Benita has caught another, and now Emilite is all that remains. But she should at least be able to get a bomb plant. Doesn't know how close the remaining players are. They're actually, in fact, rotating in from Arch. The bomb should be going down. Remember, Jennifer's low on HP. They don't actually have a kit. So they are going to have to get their move on. The problem is Emilite is so in the open, and both players just trying to play for this trade. This is actually very smart. The bomb is planted in a more open position, which gives a bit of a chance. They are going to have to get on that defuse fairly soon. Spotted out, but shots missed. There was an opening there for Emilite. Unfortunately, it isn't to be, and it will now be a 13-6 scoreline in favor of CLG Red. The bomb plant should give enough money, though, that American Eagles will be coming back with a bang.
Should give them exactly that. The only Ray who was low on money, Emily easily can drop her. Not going for the AWP herself, unless she wants to go glass cannon, as she did so often. Wouldn't even surprise me. It's pretty hard to make it work on the T side though, so she's gonna decide for an AK as well. 6-13, CLG Red back in this, but of course they wanna win another round, and then they're so close and taking this to Mirage. The American Eagles, they have the chance, of course, to just reset them, and who knows? Snowball out of hand. Milk though burning down yet again. Ray also taking a heavy hit. It's a lot of damage dealt. No kills yet, but it's gonna make it harder to push onto a bomb site here.
Yeah, smoke. Not perfect, but Jennifer's gonna try and use it.
I don't think that's perfect either.
No. 2 smokes are better than 1, Josh. There you go.
Yeah.
T-side playing very patient indeed, hoping that there will be some aggression out from the CT side, but CLG Red are very happy to just sit back towards the site. Smoke will go down to section off the Arch side, which actually doesn't have anybody on it at the moment. There's a much more passive hold coming out from Benita, just trying to watch the cross in case anybody does look to wrap around. Deep in the site we will see Die as well, and then the much more classic setup of a player in pit to just make sure that they can view anybody trying to cross in. Flashbang out, but still not yet to reach towards Benito, who is actually going to manage the first and almost the second as well, just trying to dodge around the pillar. But the bomb in the meantime is going to be the flash. Is absolutely perfect. They still got to deal with the player in CT, though. No smoke for the cross, and Jennifer should have won this round for her team. A couple of low players, only 15 seconds left for Artstar to get running towards that site. It's going to have to be like a shooting star to get there that fast. Another round on the board for CLG Red. Now the money will be hurting for the American Eagles. And 14-6, Josh, I think we may be heading to map number 3.
Yeah, should be map number 3. What a huge hold from Jennifer. And that also means the American Eagles money reset. Really wondering, do they want to force into this round, or do they want to give map point to CLG Red? And it seems like they want to give map point over to them.
The pot sport.
Yeah, spotted Eagle. They need a bomb plant out of that, and it's really hard to get that, especially without any smokes. Gonna push.
Look at the setup.
It's actually working. Oh, now they should know. I don't think they rotate fast
they've seen the bomb. They should be able to get onto the site. The thing is, though, Benita, she's actually going to go through apps. I thought she'd just be trying to get as close as possible to deny that bomb plant, but I think it should just about go down. That's absolutely fine. The setup there from CLG Red, it wins them the round. They don't lose any players, so of course there's that benefit. But it allows a bomb plant, so I think that's absolutely fine for American Eagles. Of course, what they invested didn't actually play any part in that because they didn't kill anyone at all. And CLG Red, I think in the grand scale of things, they will probably take just, okay, we lost no one, so our money is going to be booming. Die. I'm going to get rid of that trusty MP9 and pick up an AWP. And the T's not going to have one of their own. It will just be the AK-47s on every single player, but it is do or die in this situation, as American Eagles need to win 9 rounds in a row.
It's going to be tough. And Diane, is she going for an early peek here? Gonna throw out the Molotov and maybe push towards second middle. Trying to catch a player off guard there. Is she gonna get the kill on Potter?
Oh, get baited.
That actually was pretty good by Potter, being aware that this could happen. Just baiting out the shot. Beautiful.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of insider info there,
Oh,
expecting her old teammate to take those more aggressive peaks. The T's mainly gathered up over towards the B side of the map, and will take control of Banana, forcing the CT side back with their utility. Benita is still going to be boosted up. I don't think this has been used yet, and she will expect the push to be coming in. Shot not going to be missed, but this is all just bait. Die trying to get them to push onto that AWP, but they will not. And the bomb still lurks over towards the other side of the map on Banana. They may actually just try to wrap towards that outside. But the thing is, if Benita's boosted up here, they do have to be careful. But in fact, again, it's just trying to hold these players over towards the A side. Rotation starting to come back. Die maybe starting to suspect there isn't anybody here. And in fact, she's going all in over towards the B side of the map. It looks like they have an absolutely stellar read on how this round is going to be going. Smoke will be thrown over, looking to try and block off one, but there is Die already finding a first and a second. The smoke actually helps her escape, and this is done in a matter of seconds. CLG Red dismantle the push from American Eagles, and well, it looks like Red are right back in this series. It is 1-1. We are going on to... It's Mirage, isn't it, Josh? Mirage.
Yeah, it's
Mirage. This time I can say it with confidence, because it's not like I'm going to say Inferno and then you're going to look at me like, oh, you're crazy. Boy, you don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, that was
That's
a quick
what you
round,
expected, right?
Yeah, that's what was I expected him from Cash.
He got something right. He got something right. Either way, map number 3, we are going to be going on to Mirage. This series will be decided in one more map, and one of these teams will be heading off to the grand final to fight for that spot. That is it. They'll fight for the money, the spot, and the pride as well. We'll be back in just a moment with map number 3.
The World Electronic Sports Games now enters the crucial final stretch. The American qualifiers kick off on February 1st. And during 4 intense match days, the best teams of the region will battle for $233,000. And more importantly, the highly sought-after slots at the grand finals in China. The best of the best will play for the championship title from the 12th to the 18th of March in Haiku at the WESG Grand Finals and $3,920,000 prize pool. Cheer for your country and join WESG.